let you in on what happened. What made tonight happen. We had less than 48 hours since the initial rally call was administered. I gotta tell you, Ezra was like, I don't know if we can do it, Faith. I said, people want this rally to happen. This wasn't our idea. This was your idea. Not only did we get together with less than 48 hours of notice, we also switched venues. And still, all of these patriots showed up. Do you know why we switched venues? It's not just because we were too big of a crowd. It's because anti-free speech activists phoned in to our last venue. They said that we were white supremacists, and they issued death threats. Now, all of this is available on their Facebook pages. We know this is what they did. And unfortunately, the last venue had to cancel on us. But luckily, we found a new venue, thanks to Charles McVitie. Housekeeping first, and then I want to tell you why I'm here tonight. So what you're going to hear, I'm going to do some opening statements, then we're going to hear from Charles, who's been so gracious as to host us this evening. And then there are 4 amazing leadership candidates who've taken time out of their very busy campaign schedule to come here and tell you they stand shoulder to shoulder with us in this fight to secure and uphold and safeguard our God-given and constitutionally protected freedoms. I told you that we were shut down. I told you that we were bullied out of our last place. This is before the motion was passed. Imagine now the bullying, the shutting down, comes from the government. Imagine that the people who are shutting down our events are the police, because it is now the new law, thanks to how it originated in this motion. M-103, let's be very clear. This motion embodies a clash of civilizations. On the one side stands those who are opposed to freedom, stands those who are against free speech because they know that free speech, free debate, exposes their ideas, challenges their ideas, and their ideas are so good they have to be mandatory. On the other side are the patriots like us. On the other side are people who know that the most precious out of all of our enumerated rights and freedoms in our charter is the right to free speech. On the other side, with us, are the people who know that there was a world before Islamophobia. There was a world before identity politics. There was a world of free Canadians, of free Westerners, who use their freedoms to better their country, not to see everything through a lens of victimhood. And that is what created this country, what made it so great. Our House of Commons is debating the bill right now. Right now. Free speech for me is not just how I bake my bread, so to speak. It's not just how I make a living, it's a way of life. And it is a better way of life. Canada is the land of milk and honey. It really is. We got everything going for us. And I will not stand idly by while blasphemy motions are brought into our country. That is not Canada. That is not our way of life. being about? For me, it's two things. It's number one, a protection of our God-given and constitutionally enshrined freedom of speech. On the other side, we're creating a firewall. We're creating a firewall against Sharia creep within our legislation. People much smarter than myself, who have spent a lot more time on these issues than I have warned us that this day would come. And look no further than the warning from Europe as to what comes next if we do not safeguard our freedom. I will not be intimidated. I do not care what people call me. They have tried to weaponize a word, Islamophobia, and they haven't even defined it in the legislation, or the motion in this case. But let's be very clear. When your friends say, well, why are you protesting? It's just a motion. Today, a press conference with the full force of the Trudeau administration, they say that this now has their full support. They care about this motion. They care about this motion. Now, I want to give you just one quote, and I promise I'm going to get out of here because we've got a lot of great speakers. One quote from the Trudeau administration. We're going to force diversity of thought. I know that the George Orwell thing is overdone, but holy smokes, 1984, more like Canada 2017. You cannot compel me to think a certain thing. You cannot compel me to say a certain word. And I'll be damned if you try to shut me up. You are free to disagree with me. Welcome to Canada. Maybe you will convince people. Maybe I will convince people. But at the end of the day, Islamic speech codes are not a reasonable limit on my freedom of speech. No, thank you. Folks, this is an urgent matter. If we don't do anything, the historians of the future will look to this motion and say no one stood up for what so many laid their lives down for. All right. Thank you very much for being here tonight, and thank you very much for resisting this motion while we still can. Charles McVitie, come to the floor.